Okay, so we determined halfway through the competition that they were getting so many thousands of recipes that they weren't even watching the videos.
Right.
So they were just kind of, they'd watch 20 or 30 of them and pick the one they wanted as the winner for that week. And I had determined this because I had control of the YouTube stats. So I could see the video we had uploaded after they did the judging had not even been viewed any times since I uploaded it. So we decided to give up making legitimate cooking videos and just go crazy and make the craziest shit we could possibly come up with.
We did.
So we took the same recipe we had done the week before.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, poblano, bacon, casserole.
Yeah.
And make it completely...
Which is good.
Which is good. But up the production value.
Oh.
So we turned...
Where is Scorsese when you need him? He would want to see this.
Y'all are not going to believe this when you watch it. This is genius.
You're not.
And this was inspired by the old videos I used to make with my little brother with the camcorder. We would check out of like the school library and make like the magic videos where like you're acting and then you stop, freeze frame, and then you stop the camera and then the actor gets out and then you start it back again and they've disappeared, right? So we did some of that shit in this video.
We did a lot of shit in this video. In fact, it's pretty much a shit video.
And half the video rhymes, right? Like the queen of the mirror speaks in rhyme.
I know.
And this one can't memorize lines. So Chris had to hold these giant
cue cards.
Huge cue cards. She still couldn't read it in the dark. But anyway, you have to watch it. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the best cook of us all? I am the great and powerful queen of the mirror. What do you ask of me? I already asked you, dummy. How dare you speak to a queen like that? I am all-knowing and all-seeing, and you will respect me. I'm sorry. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best cook of us all? I can see tantalizing tilapia from Cynthia Price, Sheila Cutchlow's joy bundles in rice, Annette Gladys and her dogwoods in lovely D.C., April Sladen, a beautiful bride-to-be. Jackie Nicholson's Swiss chard had just the right look, and of course Kathy Hazard, the single-handed cook. But you, Saucy Sharon, you have not yet won. You've not made a recipe to shock and to stun. If you want to catch the eye of the great Paula Deen, you must prepare a side dish that's fit for a queen. Fit for a queen, That shouldn't be too hard. My nickname was always Her Highness my whole life. I know a thing or two about royalty. Within you, Saucy Sharon, is a recipe that can win. You just have to get out of that box that you're in. Oh! Wow, that's much better. Paula Deen was right when she said, think outside the box. Here, take this box of Philadelphia cream cheese. Make a side dish with it that will impress and please. I'll be back later to see how you've done. Now go, Saucy Sharon, it's time that you won. Okay, Paula, I'm thinking outside the box this time. I have to make a side dish that's fit for a queen. It has to be rich and creamy and decadent, of course. That's covered with the Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'll throw in some Asiago cheese to make it extra luxurious. Queens only eat the best. But a queen also has to watch her figure, so we should avoid the potatoes and the pasta. That's it, cauliflower. But some queens might find that boring and dull, so I need to add a little spice. Poblano peppers! They're mostly sweet, but just a little bit spicy. Perfect! Now all I need is the final ingredient to jazz everything up. What could it be? of bacon. Just a little bit to add some flavor. Well, I better go get started. First things first, I better roast this poblano pepper. Saucy Sharon, wait! One thing you forgot before you even get out a knife or a pot. Your first ingredient you choose every time. A delicious cocktail or a nice glass of red wine. Ooh, thank you, Queen. How could I forget my very first ingredient in any recipe that I do? Now let's go and roast that poblano pepper.
Now take this pepper and put it on the top rack of your oven and put the broiler on high. Leave it in there until it's burned. Can you believe you're actually going to burn something? I've been burning things for years and now I get to do it on purpose. Now while that pepper's burning, you take some chopped bacon and put it into a skillet and just cook it till it's crispy. Now when your pepper is black on one side, just turn it over until it burns on the other side. Now when your bacon is crispy, go ahead and take it out of the pan and leave about 2 tablespoons of drippings. Now add your onions and garlic to the pan. When that pepper is good and black, you go ahead and take it out and let it rest. When your onions get kind of brown, you go ahead and take your flour and put it in and stir that around. Now when your flour starts to brown and gets brown, go ahead and pour in your milk and keep stirring because it's going to thicken up pretty fast. So keep stirring. As this starts to thicken up, go ahead and take your wonderful Philadelphia cream cheese and add it to the mixture and keep stirring. Now when that gets thick, go ahead and add your Asiago cheese. Now once the Asiago has blended well into the mixture, take it off the heat and add a couple of grinds of black pepper. Now when the pepper is cooled, go ahead and cut off the end of it and then slice it down the middle and scrape the seeds out, like so. Now you chop up the pepper. Now most people take off that black skin, but I don't. I leave it in there because it adds real smoky flavor. Now in a big bowl, I have broken up a whole head of cauliflower into little bite-sized florets. Then you want to add your pepper and your bacon into that and stir it around, fold it in all together, and then add your cheesy sauce. Now pour it into a prepared baking dish. Now put this in the oven for 20 minutes. Saucy Sharon, is my side dish done yet? Don't sass me, Queenie. I am the queen of sauciness. You cannot rush perfection, so back off. In a bowl, I'm going to put a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic powder and a couple of pinches of salt. Now just mix this together with your fingers. Just think of it as if you were a little girl and you were in the sandbox, just crushing all this between your fingers. So after 20 minutes, go ahead and take your breadcrumbs and put them on the top of your cauliflower. And it goes back into the oven for 10 more minutes. And it's done when the crumbs are nicely browned. And there you have it. We're finished with our creamy cauliflower side dish. Doesn't it look good? It would be wonderful with any meal you want to pair it with. Oh, I'll be the judge of that. This cauliflower is like heaven on a fork. It would go great with beef, chicken, or pork. The cauliflower still has the tiniest bit of crunch. The Asiago and Poblano add that perfect punch. The bacon in there is sure to please, and it's all made possible by Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, Paula, you should choose Saucy Sharon more because you have no idea what she has in store.